Welcome to the Mystic Millionaire Podcast, where wealth is energy, success is a mindset, and abundance is your birthright. I am Danielle Amos, your host and mentor, here to help you unlock prosperity, embody confidence, and manifest a life you love. Take a breath, align with your truth, and let's manifest millions. Allie Reeves is the unapologetic host of All In with Allie and the go-to mentor for female entrepreneurs who are done playing small and refuse to blend in. Known for her unmatched ability to turn personal brands into money-making machines, Allie helps women create iconic brands, high-converting content, and unstoppable momentum online. After scaling 2 successful businesses from scratch, her mission is crystal clear: to help women turn their online presence into a cash-generating machine that feels like a healthy obsession in the best way, and more importantly, done their way. If you are ready to be known as one of the absolute best in your industry and get paid like it too, Allie is the one that will get you there. So Allie and I know each other. We're friends online. We were both a part of an incredible, high performers, like incredible women's mastermind with a mentor named Melanie. And this is the first time that we've met in person. And because we were together in such it was like I don't want to say pressure cooker, but it was like a real mastermind. We got to know each other, and this podcast, we go deep. We talk about integrity. We talk about what it looks like to invest big and how that scares the AF out of most people, including us, and how to hold the energy after you make a huge decision. You're going to want to listen to the subscribers edition of this podcast to get the real juicy stuff. And inside the podcast, Allie talks about one of the best years of her life and one of the hardest years and seasons of her life. So join us. You'll love it. I'm here with Allie in the Mystic Millionaire Podcast studio in Nashville. And I'm so grateful because this is the first time I'm meeting you in person. But Allie and I know each other from being in a very high level mastermind with some extremely powerful women from all over the world. And we were in that mastermind for a year, 2 years, with Melanie Ann there. And it was an incredible experience. And to be in your presence is such a gift. So thank you for coming into the studio and to meet you in person. Yeah. I'm so happy to hug you and to have this time after being online for so long.
I know. Isn't it funny? It's like, I feel like you know people, but then you see them in person, you're like, oh yeah, you get to meet people in person too.
Yeah. You're like, that's what she's like.
This is what we need to be doing more of.
I know, right? Yeah. So thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So life after us being together on Mastermind, we're just catching up. So in the subscriber episode, you're going to hear all about where we've been since the podcast. And you shared something that I'd like to dive into because I think it's relevant to our listeners.
Yeah.
You had a tough year. We both did. And that was 2023 for you. 2022, amazing year. And so then 2023 hit. And you mentioned, and I'll get you to share what that year was about. And you mentioned, gosh, I could have taken a break. And so I wanted to ask, like, in hindsight, and if the next time you have a challenge or an obstacle in a year, maybe not quite like 2023, and would you do something different, or what would that be? And how the next level Allie, how does she proceed through a season that's stretchy like 2023? First of all, tell us about 2023.
Yeah. So to give context, we'll back up to 2022.
Yeah.
Actually, let's go back to 2021 because it's pertinent to the conversation. So 2021, I was in, I've been an entrepreneur since, and in this business since 2019, this business.
Yeah.
So I've been at it for a few years, and I just finally, I felt like I was coming into my own. And when they say, like, when the student's ready, the teacher shall appear. And
Yeah.
that's when Melanie popped into my world. And I was like, oh my, do you curse on this show?
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. Who is this person? Because I had never seen anybody do it like that,
Yeah.
with the language and the energy. And it was so feminine, and it was so like, yes, thank you, God. So, I got into her world, and it was an example of what it gets to look like.
Mm.
And it was like, okay, this is it. So, this was like at the end of 2021, and we have these moments in life. We have the leap moment,
Yes.
right? And you can do it at any time, but there are going to be certain opportunities, and it's going to be scary as hell.
Yeah.
And I had started kind of inquiring about her mastermind and wanting to be in her world, and, got sticker shock. And I was like, I'd paid like before then, I don't know, maybe like a third, no, like a fourth, fifth of, anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, goals, and maybe this time next year. So,
Yeah. How often do we do that?
oh, all of the time.
Now's not the time, but when I get that next client, when my kid's a little older.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, I hate that answer.
Yeah, I know better.
So lame. So anyway, like a couple weeks pass, and I can't get it out of my mind. And to me, this is a sign. And I'm emotional authority, right? Like, I'm meant to sit anyway. And it's just like, it's not letting me go. And anyway, so like we're at the end of the year, and I'm just like, why am I projecting what I want and the person who I want to be 9 months from now or a year from now? What's that all about? So that was a moment, and I was like, what if I just did it? So I made this declaration at the end of 2021. I was like, damn it, I am stepping into this version of me not a year from now. I'm doing it fucking now. So I hit up Melanie. It was New Year's Eve. I DM'd her. I was like, I have $20,000. Can I give it to you?
Best.
Imagine.
Yeah. Take my money.
And that had never had a conversation with her before. And I was like, she's throwing a party. She's living her best life. She's not going to get back to me. Of course. Like I'm sure somebody on her team was like, bitch, you better get on that. And she was like, yeah. But I told her I want, unity. She was, you're going to be on a wait list, but yes, we'll get you on there. You'll join in March. So long story short, I decided. And when I made this decision, it made no sense.
Yeah.
It made no sense. I was making money, but like the chunk that was going to be coming out, it was going to be such a stretch. And I had no choice but to go into it like, this is going to be my best year of business yet. This is going to be the best decision I ever make. I'm going to pull this shit off. So that's going into 2022.
Okay. So that right there.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Like,
yeah.
Imagine if every client,
right,
every person did that with any decision, like an investment in themselves, marriage, if I could say, like for me, a house, buying a house.
Yes. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And I remind myself of this all the time. Mm-hmm. This was the best I had ever done it up until this point.
What do you think that was the risk, like or perceived risk, because it was so quote unquote big that you made that decision in that way? Like you said, the best that you've ever done it, that commitment, because it's a committed decision is what you made. It's a
committed decision. Mm-hmm. And it was, when I say best I had ever done it, best I had ever bet on myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Compared to the risk. And I'd never taken a leap that big before in terms of business. And I had done it in other ways of life, I guess, looking back, but not financially.
Yeah.
And
which I feel like is the most fun, by the way, because I love, because we can measure money to the penny. So we can literally see that return.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
So did that. also got pregnant. Literally that night.
So
TMI. Fun night. Dropping cash, making babies.
right.
Yeah.
So what does that bring up? Because you just invested this money.
Right.
The mastermind's about to start in March, and you declared to go all in. How do you go all in with the baby? And isn't that interesting? That's the name of your podcast.
Well, that's where that came.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's where that came from. Because then I get pregnant and I was like, oh no, what have I done? Because I had Cruz, but he was born before I started this business. So I had never been pregnant in business before. You don't know how your pregnancy is going to go. All of a sudden, all these fears came up and I was like, oh my God, I just put myself in this container with these businesses that are leaps and bounds beyond where I am currently. This investment that I don't know how that's going to work. And now I'm pregnant. And what have I done? So this was another moment. And I was so tuned in and so committed to the inner work. This was the first, I was journaling. So like I was capturing these moments, the key. Because so many people, they don't even, and they become so habitual that they're not even aware. I was so acutely aware, especially of the dissonance of like the energy of, before realizing I was pregnant, this is going to be the best ever, to all of a sudden I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Did I just sabotage myself? What just happened?
Yeah.
So I was acutely aware of that. And I was like, okay, well, what other choice do we have other than to decide and decide that this is going to be also the best thing that happens in my business? Don't know what that's going to look like, but
I think you are clearly very conscious, aware, and you are in integrity. And so the first decision was to invest in a mastermind. You gave your word. And I think, I'm just guessing, but I think there's a lot of people out there in the world who would have wanted to cancel that first decision.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
And probably done everything they could to cancel that first decision.
Yes.
Despite giving their word. But you had a really good,
that.
you had a really good reason, and there would be a whole world of people out there that would agree with you, Allie. Like, get your money back.
Sure. You didn't know
This doesn't make sense. Yeah, this doesn't make
now you have
sense.
a baby
can't
on
do
the way.
this.
This is irresponsible.
Totally.
Get out of the contract.
Yeah.
Yep. Never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind.
Holy
Not
shit.
one time. Hand on a Bible. And I'm so proud, because I don't even think I was really aware until you brought that up. It was just like, sink or swim. What are you going to do? Swim.
Okay,
You swim.
let's talk about because, I don't know about you, but I've had requests for people to cancel.
Just a couple.
And like, can we just say it, how fucking out of integrity that is?
Yeah. Yes. 100%. I will die on
and
that
not
hill.
moral. Not good, but you're not bad because you're asking to cancel, but it's out of alignment. It doesn't work. It's not workable.
Yeah. No.
You made a commitment.
Yes.
You gave your word.
Yes.
You said yes.
From the highest place. And that's what I want people to understand.
There's a reason why you said yes.
There's a
And so then you don't trust the yes when life throws you something.
Right. Do you think God didn't know that thing was going to happen 2 days later?
And that's exactly why you said yes initially.
Yes.
So lean in rather than get the fuck out of your commitment, because that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's like playing it easy.
It's playing it easy. And I do understand the fear element.
Totally. Me too.
But you have to be bigger than that. That's the work.
Yeah.
Is being bigger than that fear thought. Everybody's going to have the fear thought.
And everyone has circumstances.
Everybody has circumstances. Life is going to life constantly. But I
love that you never had the thought to cancel.
I never had the thought to cancel. I would have been pregnant on OnlyFans. Swear to God, I would have been like, well, feet finder. I don't know. I
do what it takes. It's a willingness.
It's a willingness.
Uh-huh.
It's a willingness. And I don't know. I don't know why I had that in me. I really don't. But I did, and I'm so grateful.
Maybe we can help some of the people, because I feel like let's stick with this for a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe we can help some of the people, because I don't like, it's not, I don't want to shame anyone for wanting to cancel and like having that or even doing that if you've done that in the past. Maybe what we can do is we can serve some of the people that have, because it's a very human thing to think, oh, I just need to get out of this.
Beyond human.
Right? So maybe we can help people lean in rather than do like the human thing, like that emotional thing and want to cancel and get out because of fear. You that didn't cross your mind. For many people, it does cross their mind. So what do you say to clients or prospects or friends that want to get out of commitments? And it's not just coaching investments.
Any investment. Yeah. What I do, and I've helped a lot of people through this quite successfully, actually. I'm very fortunate. I'm sure you attract an incredible women too. Is that number one, acknowledging like, hey, I understand why you're feeling this way. Been there. I totally get it. Those thoughts seem very real. The illusion is very real. So I get that. But this is my job.
Totally.
To walk with you through this.
Totally. And I wouldn't be a good coach if I let you
Yes.
get out of a commitment.
This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
You're not here to work with me just when it's rainbows and sunshine. That we would work together for 3 days flat.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Like this is why we're here. Yeah. Let me support you. And then also going back to, because I make sure when people are coming into a higher level container, that it is a higher self decision and not like a flippant, impulsive type situation.
So when you say higher self decision, I love that. What does that look like?
We've talked about it. We've thought about it. This isn't like you saw the link, you said, F it, like I make sure, if I can, that this is something that makes sense for where you want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to make sense literally.
It won't make sense.
It won't. No. But like where you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we do that, then you made that, from my opinion, when you're connected to where you want to go and you move in alignment with, that's your higher self.
Totally.
That's what that looks like.
Totally.
So if you, again, let's go back. Yeah, if you made that from your higher self, you don't think our creator knew what was coming down the pipe? Why would that? Do you think the reason why you is to get out of the contract early? I don't.
Yeah.
So I think just having that rational conversation and just reminding them, my job is to hold a mirror to her and remind her who she is.
Totally. Totally. And that decision actually is what is recalibrating everything in the 3D world to support that decision. But she's got to hold that decision.
She's got to hold it.
Yeah. You cannot go back and allow the circumstances or fear to take you out.
Right.
Or else you're going to go back to and get the same.
Right.
Same results.
That's not ultimately what you want. And they know, nobody's like
that.
Excited to do that.
Yeah.
But I get it. I so get that. But where I have an issue are the threads that demonize women holding other women accountable to contracts.
Yeah.
That's the part. I mean, me and my husband disagree on this. He thinks you should be able to get it. I mean, obviously they're right. It's not black and white. But most times, no, you can't do that with a car. You can't do that. Like, no, you sell the car back. You do, there are things, but anyway, we don't have to go there unless you want to. But yeah, so made that decision, got pregnant, redecided.
Recommitted. Yeah.
Redeciding every damn day.
Yep.
Every day.
Yep.
Okay. I am now going to be the most successful pregnant woman on the planet. Cool.
Love it.
Got it. And first trimester was a bitch. It was awful. Hated everything. Had no energy. I was like, oh man, I've really gone and done it. Okay. Well, we'll see. But long story short, there ended up being my best year in business at the time. Best year. Pregnant. Crushing. Couldn't miss. And I fully believe it was because that is how I came into that decision. And I kept redeciding. It wasn't a one moment thing.
Yeah.
it's never a one. You have to hold that standard when it's hard, when it's easy, and every single thing in between. And I did that.
Did you have any practices or rituals that allowed you to redecide and recommit every single day? Is there anything that you did personally for yourself?
Yeah. So this was actually, shout out Dr. Andrea Morningstar.
Yes. Also in our mastermind.
Yes, she was also in our mastermind. Love her so much. But I was also introduced to her, and I did a few of her things. And I adopted her morning ritual practice of like blessing the water and praying and having like quiet time. And then I would journal. So I kind of like made it into my own thing. And I did that most mornings. And it worked really well for me in that season. But I think, these things are cyclical and
you've got to try them on for yourself and adapt.
Yeah. And then, but that's what I did.
And so then, and that intentional ritual allowed you to anchor into the decision that you're going to be the most successful pregnant woman ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were.
Yeah.
And what happened? What would you do? I mean, if you were knocked off, maybe you felt sick at midday.
Which happened a lot. Yeah.
Did you have anything that brought you back and realigned you to that decision?
I'm trying to remember because there were so many of those days. And I'm a big believer in speaking life into what it is that you want. I'm not perfect at it, but I don't even like writing on paper when I'm feeling bad.
Okay.
I will do very brief, like argue, limiting belief type stuff because I see the value in that because it shifts it. But I'm really weird about writing on paper things that I don't want to happen.
Yeah.
So
if I do, I destroy it. Like I release it.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's what I need to start doing.
Like I rip it up or burn it.
So I'm like, words are spells.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not writing this
totally. And then I write what I want. So I write the opposite. I use the opposite and then let it go. And
yeah. So I was just heavy on scripting.
Yeah.
Like I feel the fucking this. I'm vibrant.
And you're like anchoring it in.
Meanwhile, I'm like crying. I'm like, but I willed it into existence. That's just the honest to God truth.
So you like speaking?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what does that look like? Are you speaking out loud? Are you speaking in front of me? Are you speaking to your husband?
I have a cool story about that. I do something very weird, but I really like doing this in the car when I'm driving. I will pretend I'm on a podcast or an interview.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm telling like the most insane story of like whatever it is that I want to manifest.
So almost like how you tell the story in hindsight.
Yes.
If it's done.
Yes.
Love that.
I don't know why. I've been doing
I love that.
Ever, like as a like a weirdo. And then I was like, why do I do that? That's so well before I was a business owner, by the way. And I was like, okay. But I've always been
That's such a good, like, this is a great tool.
Oh, no. And I think there's something with the movement too. If I have to, like when I'm working out, when I'm walking, when I'm especially driving, I will, something about that just like gets me in the zone, gets me. So I really love to do my manifesting driving. I will listen to music and and do the fake interview thing.
Do you like picture who's interviewing you? Is that part of it? No, it's like, okay. Yeah, love it.
No.
Great.
Maybe I should.
We need like a secret camera.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah. Oh God, I would die. No, please no.
Those things I'm seeing on Instagram right now. It's like suction cup thing.
Right. And just video it.
Yeah.
That would be a hoot and a half. Yeah. That could be its own little show and make fun of me. But yeah. Yeah, I do that.
Or a little voiceover after it happens. It's like, this is what I was talking about. And then here's images of it happening.
Right. Well, one thing that I am doing, because that's actually so brilliant, because I don't know about you, but like the best content are the ones where you get to see back when the person like these weight loss journeys that people are recording now, where they start 100 freaking pounds overweight and then they're snatched a year later.
Yeah.
Have you been seeing these? And I'm like, oh my God. And then, anytime you see like a brilliant business person's, who built this huge thing over here and they share that they started, in a closet, I'm like, wow, that's incredible. So I have a really big goal. So I am doing that, and I'll like take little videos and I'll say my affirmation and I'm putting it in a folder on my phone.
I love it.
So that when that happens, I can be like, look, back when
Yeah.
And everybody thought I was crazy. And I am.
And here it is.
And here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Cool.
Mhm.
So we want to see part of that. You
Yes.
being interviewed in your car.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We'll record some of that. But I love visualizing too. That's something I've been doing since I was a little girl. I had a pretty tough childhood. And this is really sad, but I remembered that my biggest wish as a little girl was just to be happy. And as a little girl to wish to be happy, you should be happy.
Yeah.
But I would lay down at night and I didn't know what visualizing was. It was 8. But every night I would envision having cool outfits and being one of the cool, pretty girls and what I would wear if we had the money and all these things. And I was like, oh, wow, I've been visualizing since then. Which is cool.
Yeah.
It works. It all works.
It totally does. I think we as little girls know, we know that it works. It's just so authentic to us. And I used to use my Barbies.
You did?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, and
just
play out
pretend.
play out and who I was becoming and play out scenes and and have friends. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I miss Barbies.
Same.
Shout out Barbie.
Shout out to Barbie. Same. Oh, fun. Okay, so you made this insane investment. Can I ask a personal question?
Sure.
Did your husband know? Was he on board?
He was on board.
Wow.
Which was big. I had already done the thing
Uh-huh.
where I made the investment without telling him. I had already done that song and dance. Didn't work out great. So I was like, okay, we're going to do it a different way. And I'm very lucky. I got me a good one. And we look at money very differently, which is a good thing because we'd probably be living under a bridge if we both thought like me. But he keeps us, so I want to do a lot crazier things than him financially, but he knows me enough and he knows if my whole heart's in it and I want it that bad, there's no stopping me, and 2, I'll pull it off.
Yeah.
So, and I proved that year. So, but yeah, he did know.
Amazing. And what did he think of 2022?
He was blown away. Blown away. I mean, first 6-figure month, I went to him and I was like, I think I'm going to have a 6-figure month. He was like, you think what? I was like, I'm at 60 something and it's mid, month. I think we're going to do it. And he was like, go do that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just stuff like that happens. And he's just like, go off, queen,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's okay. So 2022, great year. 2023?
So, okay, it was the end of 2022. So September I had Rhett, amazing. And then the month after, lost my mom unexpectedly. She had been sick, but she had come over to meet Rhett and she was frail. I mean, frail. And I hadn't seen her maybe for a month or so, and she had dropped 20 pounds. She didn't have the weight to drop. And I was like, what is happening? But she kind of, she didn't really take very good care of herself, and she had cancer and didn't. But anyway, she had gotten sick again. And it sucks because I had just had a baby. I am in survival mode. And she came over. I was thinking to help me. She can't help me. She was dying. And I couldn't even see that. And one of my biggest regrets, and I've worked through it, I'm working through it, but that was the last time she was at the house. And I was so angry at her. I was like, I need you as a mom. I'm drowning over here. And she was like, I'm trying, and she was dying. And she died a week later. And it was so awful. It was awful. My biggest regret, because the last conversation we had at our house, I was yelling at her. And, luckily I had time with her at the hospital and I was able to apologize, but it was just what the. So that, the way that I think about it is going 100 miles per hour and then hitting a wall. That's what it was like. It was like everything was full. I mean, I was flying and then hit a wall. Baby, dead mom, done. And to go back to what we were talking about, what would I do differently?
Yeah.
What I would do is what I would tell a client to do. And I didn't do that. I tried to redo what I did at the beginning of the year. Okay, let's just redecide again. Let's just redecide. You got this. Pick it back up and just like force myself back to life again. And I didn't have life to give. So what I would have told a client, and I have, unfortunately, I had one of my clients just go through this a few months ago. And it's just like, baby, business is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You've got to chill and grieve and slow down and do what you do. And if that looks like not slowing down, fine. Like, do what you need to do. But it was very evident.
And be honest.
And be honest.
Yeah.
And if I were being honest with myself, I would have slowed down. But I was so like kind of addicted to winning, and I didn't want to mess up the momentum. So there was like scarcity in there, and just like I was coming at it in hindsight so wrong.
Well, right.
Well,
right.
Right. Yeah.
For you, right?
Yeah.
And because if you would have chosen another way, perhaps you wouldn't have helped a client the way that you were helping, right?
That's it. That part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much we can judge ourselves, right? Like looking back and yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So giving
Slowing
yourself
down.
the space to grieve.
Healing and just not. I mean, the idea that you can lose it, the idea that if you stop, the business is going to stop, that's just flawed, and, it's rooted in scarcity, and
We don't know that.
we don't know that.
And the reality is like a week or a month feels so long,
Ugh.
like without taking action
Yeah.
or getting paid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But I had, but also I don't regret the decision. That's only if I could go back in hindsight, what I might do differently. But I don't, because back to, what we were talking about earlier was like, I had commitments and I believed I was there for a reason. So it was like, I had to work. And maybe if I had come at it from a more chilled way, I probably would have been a match for more prosperity. Who knows? But from my perspective, it was like, no, you work.
Yeah.
You're gonna figure it out. And I figured it out. So I think I don't fault myself for that. I can see how it took me longer, obviously, to heal and to really get back up to where I like to be, because I kind of threw myself back in injured, in a sense, instead of healing the broken bone.
Yeah, I had a conversation with an earlier guest about surrender and the idea if we try to like control the situation and hold on to something, it prolongs the suffering.
Yeah.
And if we surrender and like let go and say, this is where I am and I don't need to hold it together, which is scary as fuck, let's be honest.
Terrifying.
Yeah. That season can pass faster. It's our control that's actually, yeah.
No, I'm a control freak. That's like my thing to work on, like full ass Virgo over here. So, yeah, surrender is like a curse word. And I'm like,
What? Yeah.
don't say that to me. So yeah, that's something I'm always working on.
Surrender in the season. And
Yeah.
my mentor would say, let go, let God.
Well, that's faith. And that's conceptually, that. And conceptually, I knew that. But that is, oh my gosh. I mean, that's hard. It's hard in certain seasons. For me, it was really hard. There was I didn't have, looking back, I mean, it was evident I didn't have faith. So, sorry, God. Working on it, but yeah, that's the goal.
So 2023, 24, now we're in 25.
Yeah.
So catch us up.
I'm back on it.
Yeah.
I'm back on it.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
You've got All In with Allie podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. My baby. Recommitted to the podcast. I've never stopped. But that was going into this year, it was like, okay, what's the focus? And it had kind of become a second thing. And it needs to be the thing. So I love seeing you doing this because I'm like, okay, we need to get some more interviews and, getting back into it like that. But putting in that effort again, like real effort, upping the standard for it across the board. So yeah, that's going, and I'm in a really good place with my business and finding that balance because that was hard. I learned I'm really good at selling my time.
Okay. What does that mean?
Really good at, and I'm so fortunate. I can sell every minute of my day if I wanted to. And I love, you get addicted to the cash infusions. My work is my greatest passion, is my favorite thing in the world, is what I do. So I love doing one-on-ones and I love doing close proximity. But if I'm not careful, I will sell all of my time. And it's like, okay, that is not in alignment with what we're trying to do with the podcast and other things. As you know, this is a huge focus. So realigning to that and taking a short-term pay cut to build up in a more scaled way is what I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm at peace with that. And yeah.
I like that short-term pay cut and doing it intentionally, knowing.
Yeah.
It's like the pulling the elastic back, right?
Yeah.
Stretching and holding the energy, going back to that, making the decision and being able to hold the vision.
Yeah.
Very good.
I did a master class earlier this year that I'm really proud of called Exponential. And what came through, and I believe this, is when you pair an extraordinary vision with exceptional standards, you get exponential results. So that has been my mantra. It's like holding that vision. Now, what's the standard for that? And the job is to hold that to the best of your ability. So
what are the standards? Talk to me about what that looks like. A little summary from your masterclass.
What I suggest is based on, so I recommend doing this for your personal life and for your business as well, because your personal life is going to, obviously, it's going to integrate. So deciding what your values are as a human, as maybe a mom, as, whatever your roles are, but then also your values as a business. Like I realized I had this idea for a business. And I was like, oh my God, do we pursue that? That would be so insane. Like this brilliant model for a business. But it would require a space and it would require quite the rapid departure for what I'm doing. But it felt like such a good idea. I was like, I have this idea. What do I do with it? And then I was doing my own work through Exponential. I was like, that's not like in alignment with my values right now, with where I am as a mom and my kids being the age and like the time that I don't want to, God forbid, I miss anything. And I'm like, okay, that idea, put it on a shelf. If I still want to do it later, you can do that. But just funneling these decisions through that lens of, for the season that you are now, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would that make you happy? That would make me miserable if I had to do that right now.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, duh. So yeah, I set them for both and then deciding, okay, so based on that, what's the vision for the business and how are we going to get there? Success leaves clues. Okay, how are other people doing it? How are they showing up? Yeah. What's maybe their model? What's maybe their content look like? What's their authority look like? How are they doing things? And then how can I do, from where I am now, get as close as I can and hold it? That's what that looks like for me.
Love that. I love that you look for evidence based on people who have already achieved it and looked for those models. It's like case studies.
Yeah.
And then thought, how can Allie do something?
What does it look like?
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. What's my spin?
And then hold that with the vision. Yeah. That's awesome. I often say success leaves clues. Yeah.
It's true.
It is true. Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, there's not anything you can't find out.
Yeah. And it's not always action or strategy, right? It's like, I'm always curious. I'm like, what are they thinking? Who are they being? What's the how are they showing up online? I want to know more what's inside than what they're actually, like the action that they're taking.
Well, that's why I wanted to work with Melanie.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, I could give it's obvious where her strategy is. Okay. And I want to know, like, are you watching Netflix?
Yeah. And are you like talking off the screen?
Literally.
Yeah, that's how I want it. Yeah.
That's what I want. It's the identity piece.
Mhm.
That's how you get somewhere.
Totally.
That's all of the work is the identity piece.
Agreed.
You can follow any strategy. You can attempt to uphold it, a standard. But if your identity or your view of yourself is trash or whatever, that's the work to do.
Yeah. That's all my work. Self-image.
Yeah.
Self-image. I love it.
Well, thank God, because we all need it.
Yeah. I think, and you won't outperform
No.
what that perception you have of yourself. So change it.
Yeah.
And you've got the ability to change it, which is the best.
Speak it in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Be interviewed as that next level.
Yes.
Right there. That's a great embodiment exercise.
Yeah.
All right, Allie. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've been here for quite some time.
Wow, time flies.
Does. So last words of wisdom for our audience. Anything that you'd like to share?
Have the audacity. Please. And nobody's going to have it for you. And that's nobody's job to have it for you. Your mentor can't have it for you. Your mama can't have it for you. Your partner can't have it for your kids. It is your job to have the audacity or delusion, delulu, whatever, to know or start to practice knowing that you can be the person that you want to be. You can create that thing. But the amount of people that I see that don't even allow themselves to fathom, it's audacity. You have to be a crazy bitch. I am to be sitting here talking to you right now. If you only knew 10 years ago and 15 and 20, like I'm a psychopath to even fathom that I could be doing this. And then not to mention where I think I'm going. It's just, where did she come from? Why? It's audacity. And I believe that is any person who has done anything worth doing.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were crazy first.
Absolutely. Mic drop. Boom.
Boom.
Allie Reeves.
I love you. Thank you for.
I've got 3 questions to wrap.
Oh,
fire
good.
question.
Okay. Give me.
All right. First question. Abundance in one word. Go.
Love.
Well done. Second, millionaire mindset. You're on the Mystic Millionaire Podcast. Millionaire mindset. Billionaire mindset. What's one non-guilty indulgence, non-negotiable thing that you invest in or do to keep you in that I'm going to make billionaire mindset?
I'm getting a Porsche next month.
Love it. What kind?
The 2025 Cayenne Coupe.
Oh, what color?
Black.
Okay. Inside?
Black outside, tan inside.
Ooh, sexy.
It's
totally
so
suits you.
It's just like an identity because I've been driving around this car and I'm like, this just isn't it
Doesn't
anymore.
fit. Okay, good. Congrats.
Thank you.
You have to send me a picture.
I will.
Okay.
Come see me. We'll go on a ride.
Okay, good. Third question. You have only one book that you can read for the rest of your life, and you've got to reread it over and over again. What book is it?
Shit. Oh no, that's the hardest question I've ever been asked. Okay. It's between 2.
Oh, come on. Don't be that person that gives me 2.
Okay.
Although a few people have snuck in because they say things like that.
Okay. You know what? There's a more obvious one. I heard you just talking about this, so I'm not going to give the one.
Okay.
I'm going to give the one that the one that I actually want to say. It's a rando. Illusions by last name's Bach. Richard Bach. Illusions.
Okay.
The story of the reluctant Messiah.
Okay.
It's a metaphor. And every time I read it, it makes me cry. And actually, he has another book called something Seagull, Joseph the Seagull or something Seagull. And I read that one. It's similar vibe. Very The Alchemist vibe too. Fantastic.
Illusions.
Okay. Story
Wow.
of the Reluctant Messiah. Yeah. I was going to say U Squared.
Were you?
Well, that would be like
Yeah.
close
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, it's like 40
I'm-
pages long.
yeah.
You can't beat it.
Yeah. And each chapter is like a lesson. And
Insane.
you can read that one chapter over and over for a month.
Insane.
Love it.
Great question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful to be in your presence and to have the gift of you for all of our listeners. The behind the scenes was fire too. So thank you
Yeah.
for being vulnerable there and sharing.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. This flew by. My gosh. I could have been here another hour. Totally.
That's a wrap, girl.
Thank you, my love.